Hi guys, my name is Sarah. I'm a librarian at Desert Foothills Library. Hope everyone out there in our library community and the community at large is hanging in there, being safe and feeling well. Normally I'm more behind the scenes. I've never posted a video like this before, but I decided to give it a go. It's important that we continue to reach out to each other, especially at these times, and just to help keep our spirits up as best we can. Keep busy, obviously. Keep the young ones busy that are, home. Today I'm going to be doing an activity that I first learned from one Mr. Danny Seo. This is one of his books. He is the founder and editor-in-chief of Naturally Danny Seo. Lots of great recipes, lots of great crafting ideas. His angle, of course, is natural. I chose this activity for a couple of reasons. One is that National Piñata Day is coming up next month. Did you know there was a National Piñata Day? I sure did not. And the second reason is that I specifically chose this activity because the materials are intended to be ones you could just find around the house. You don't need to go out to the stores to get them. And if you don't have all the materials, it's not even a big deal, I don't think, at least. So, what activity am I talking about? It is a DIY cereal box piñata. Boom! This one's a little beat up. You'll know why soon. This is made from a cereal box. So, here is what you'll need. First, you'll need 2 empty cereal boxes. You'll need masking tape. I did not look at this ahead of time. I realized I don't have masking tape, so I ended up using Scotch tape, which is fine. It still worked. You will need a pen or pencil, scissors, crepe paper. I happen to have some leftover crepe paper. Again, I don't think it's necessary. If you have a cool looking cereal box, who cares? I think the fun part is hitting it with the stick, right? And having all the stuff come out. You'll also need a double stick tape. Again, I did not have double stick tape. I ended up just using Elmer's glue. It works just as fine. Double stick tape, of course, would be faster, but you'll also need felt, or I used construction paper for this yellow part here. Again, works just as well. You'll also need a hole punch and string or twine, and of course candy if you have it to fill inside. I don't know, if you don't have candy, find some other stuff around the house. Again, what matters is the act of beating it up and watching it come apart. So, I'm gonna show you how I did it. By the way, I will see about getting a link to the actual tutorial that Danny Seo did, so you can follow on, maybe better than I'm explaining. So the first thing I did was I cut along the edges of each cereal box, and I did this so they can lay down flat. And when you cut off the spines, the edges, don't throw them away, you will need them later. Once they are laid down flat, you're going to tape the 2 boxes together along the seams to create a large rectangular piece of cardboard. So what I did was, to make the orange slice, which is what the piñata shape I was going for, I traced 2 circles, 2 identical shaped circles. I just found a bowl in my kitchen because otherwise I don't trust my tracing skills. I wanted it to look nice. Once you do that, you're gonna, of course, cut the shapes out, and you are going to assemble them together. You have your 2 circles, and this is why I said just leave the edges of the cereal box, because you can use that to put the edges of the piñata together. Again, I just use tape to put it together. Works just fine. Once that is assembled, Now you get to decorate it, and before I get onto that, it's very important that you make sure there is an edge left here, an opening, because otherwise how are you going to get the candy inside, right? Right. Once that is assembled, you will decorate it using the crepe paper. I cut it into small squares, and then of course I just did a strip of glue, put the squares kind of overlapping each other. It takes a while. It's gonna take you a hot minute. But hey, we have nothing but time, right? And then once these are all put on, I let it sit for a bit, so I let the glue dry. And then using the construction paper, I cut out about 5 of these triangles, and I kind of assemble them to make it look like the pieces of the orange inside. And finally, I think I let it dry a little bit after that, just to be on the safe side, because then I took my hole punch and I punched 2 holes by the opening, and that's where I could put my string through. You tie it at the top so you can hang it. And I happen to have some candy. By the way, if you have candy and you're planning to put it in the piñata, don't tell your family you have candy, because you might have to tell them to stop eating it, at least until your craft is done. Okay, well, finally, once that's done, I didn't have anybody to hold my piñata for me. I just hung it from a coat rack. Only one mishap, the coat rack only fell one time. Nobody was harmed. And I just, yeah. It's been a while since I've hit a piñata. I forgot how fun it is. Candy went flying, just as I hoped it would. So I would say it was a success. It was kind of fun, you know. Kind of feel proud of myself for making such a cool looking little guy. And now I have candy to eat. So thank you for watching. And again, there are no words. These are times where we live in such uncertain times right now, but all we can do is just be there for each other. Try to keep smiling. Yeah. Thank you.